Ladies and gentlemen, your host for the evening, Rishi Mehta.
Good evening, everyone. God, I'm excited today. And I hope all you guys are as excited as I am. So let's rock this. Distinguished dignitaries, respected members, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to everyone to this momentous occasion of CREDAI-MCHI Change of Guard. I, Rishi Mehta, I'm going to be the host for today evening's proceedings. 15 times there has been a change in leadership, but through it all, MCHI CREDAI has always been the same. A constant amongst all the chaos which is happening around us. As you are aware, that today's change of guard is a double act, where Mr. Deepak Goradia hands over the baton to Mr. Boman Irani. Today also marks the day where Ms. Richa Shah, the chairwoman of the Women's Wing, entrusts her responsibilities to Ms. Mona Ajmera. Now I would like to call upon stage my dear friend Shraddha Goradia to take the proceedings further.
Thank you, Rishi. Greetings to everyone present here. Women are the largest untapped reservoir of talent in the world. I would like to highlight here at MCHI CREDAI, our Women's Wing not only establishes the necessary support system and maximizes opportunities for women to realize their fullest potential, but also works on leveraging women's unique talents for more inclusive and superior outcomes for the association and the community. MCHI CREDAI Women's Wing has continued to do a wonderful job. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the CREDAI MCHI Women's Wing. I would like to call our outgoing chairperson Women's Wing, Ms. Richa Shah, to share a presentation.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to complete 2 years as the chairperson of MCHI Women's Wing today. I'm thankful that I have served with two presidents, Mr. Nayan Shah and Mr. Deepak Goradia, who have been wonderful friends and supportive presidents. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This couldn't be truer for MCHI Women's Wing. Started on 8th July 2015 by my dear friend Dharmesh Jain, MCHI Women's Wing has worked earnestly in keeping our promise of giving education scholarships to the needy students pursuing careers in real estate, in conducting cancer awareness and oral hygiene health camps at our developer sites, and in empowering women through difficult dialogues and discussions. Keeping to our education promise, in the past 7 years, we have given education scholarships to 186 students worth about 67,53,971 rupees. Under the pandemic, we were still able to conduct health camps for 420 laborers. Till date, we have conducted 31 health camps and covered 5,800 plus laborers. To enhance the productivity and earning capacities of our women, we initiated conversation on getting women as skilled laborers like painters, woodworkers, plumbers on developer sites. All of this would not have been possible without the MCHI committee of Ms. Sonal Shah, Ms. Sejal Goradia, Ms. Jaisal Shah, Ms. Mona Ajmera, Ms. Falguni Shah and Ms. Anuradha Shah. Nothing gives me more pleasure than to end this journey and invite my very dear friend, Ms. Mona Ajmera, as the next chairperson of MCHI Women's Wing.
Thank you, Richa. Thank you for driving the Women's Wing to do some outstanding work in the last 2 years. And I'm truly humbled to take the torch from you. 2022 is the year of MMR. Maximize, modernize, revolutionize. At Women's Wing, our vision is to maximize the impact of students' scholarship programs. Let's get together as a Women's Wing body and reach out to them. I request all the MCHI members to support us with funds so that we can maximize this initiative and also reach out to even more students this year. And there is an even bigger need for us to focus on the health and welfare of the construction workers. We have to find ways to modernize our health camps, and we need your support. I invite all the members to partner with us to conduct health camps on their sites. Women's Wing is excited to hold hands with MCHI body for projects that will make our environment greener and cleaner. And now, it's time to introduce the core committee at MCHI Women's Wing. Mrs. Sejal Goradia, Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Jaisal Shah, Secretary, Mrs. Alka Doshi, Treasurer, and my team, Mrs. Sonal Shah, Mrs. Falguni Shah, Mrs. Anuradha Shah, and Mrs. Richa Shah. Women's Wing looks forward to working with Mr. Boman Irani and his team, and of course, the MMR vision this year. We eagerly wait to work hand in hand with each one of you and make that difference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mona ma'am, and congratulations to you and your team. I would like to call upon Rushi Mehta, my co-host on the stage, to continue.
CREDAI-MCHI encourages and empowers the next generation developers to blossom and be the best version of themselves. With that, I would now request our dashing young Youth Wing convener and my dear friend Naman Shah to please come on stage and share a few words on the Youth Wing.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Naman Shah from Shri Naman Group and the Youth Wing convener for 2021-22. Youth, defined by the United Nations, is a young, vigorous, enthusiastic, and spirited person, transitioning from dependent to independent. While we have our fathers, mentors, and veterans to constantly guide us, we are the future, not only of the industry, but the city, the state, and the country. We will surely see our youth members leading this country to another level and growing it together. The Youth Wing is made up of 3 core principles and form the foundation of our institution. These are evolve, encourage, and empower. We want to empower the youth to take up leadership roles within the industry and beyond. As convener, I intend to stick by the above mentioned principles stringently. We will also be looking at expanding our committee going forward. To achieve the above, the Youth Wing has structured 7 verticals which will provide a platform to the youth to come together. I would like to conclude by thanking Shri Deepak Bhai and Preetam for their successful tenures. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a historical moment for the Youth Wing. For the very first time for the Youth Wing, CREDAI-MCHI, we will be launching the Youth Wing Manifesto. And on this special momentous occasion, I would like to invite the ex-convener, Shri Dhaval Ajmera, to come join me to launch this Youth Wing Manifesto.
Thank you so much, Naman. I would like to thank our partners, the title partner, Eternia from the Hindalco Aditya Birla Group, product category Aluminium Fenestration, powered by Aluplex India Private Limited, Facade and Fenestration, supported by Classic Marble Company Private Limited, Marbles and Tiles, Dorset Industries Private Limited, Hardware and Kitchen Fittings, Deconic India Private Limited, UPVC Systems for Windows and Doors, Esco by Jaguar Bathware, Spacefoot Furnitures Private Limited, Doors and Modular Kitchen and Wardrobes, Ozone India, Hardware and Digital Locks. Our preferred partner, FutureTech India Private Limited, Elevator and Escalators. In sync with the mission of creating a center for excellence in education for the real estate industry, CREDAI-MCHI and PP Savani University have entered into an agreement to create an umbrella of knowledge sharing with other esteemed universities. CREDAI-MCHI and PP Savani University aim to become a leading center of excellence in offering real estate-based educational courses to upgrade the qualifications and increase the livelihood opportunities in a student-friendly mode. Based on the constant endeavor to serve the consumers and clients of the real estate industry, CREDAI-MCHI, in association with two board partners, has come up with a revolutionary and never-seen-before concept of the House Purchase Sentiment Index. This index is a one-of-its-kind barometer on home purchase plans of the consumers in the MMR. Thank you, Mr. Sangram Baviskar, Managing Director, Real Estate of Two Board Partners, to associate with CREDAI-MCHI. CREDAI-MCHI is always focusing on remaining relevant with the times and the ever-changing technological trends. In line with the same, CREDAI-MCHI is pleased to announce the launch of our newly designed website. The URL is www.mchi.net. I hereby announce the launch of our website. Let's look at our website. I would now like to call on stage the next host, Anuj, to take forward from here on.
I extend a very warm and hearty welcome to all of you on this momentous occasion of CREDAI-MCHI's change of guard today. Before we continue, can we have a quick AV of our title partner Eternia, Hindalco Aditya Birla Group, who are into aluminum fenestration? Thank you. Moving on, I would like to welcome on stage the man with a smile always on his face, our very own Honorable Secretary, Shri Preetham Kivikula.
Gentlemen, all of you know we are in very unusual times coming out of the lockdown, just when our committee took over on 31st of August 2020. The first challenge was to restore confidence among all the stakeholders. The government was very, very generous and took the first big brother step and led the first helping hand to us by reducing the stamp duty and later followed by the reduction of premiums. And the rest, as they say, is history. I've had the good fortune to have the unflinching support of my President Shri Deepak Goradia, incoming President Shri Boman Irani, and the managing committee members and also my fellow members from the Secretariat. I'm very proud this year to announce the CREDAI-MCHI has grown its member base significantly, launched new segments like bankers, consultants, etc. to come into the CREDAI-MCHI family. Another leaf in our feather has been our close association with Maharshi, our regulator. We have made the Conciliation Forum a success story in which consumers' confidence in the developer fraternity can only grow up more and more because of the strong regulatory framework that Maharshi has set up. I'm very proud to announce that almost 50% of the conciliation, which has been referred to the conciliation benches, have been successful, and we are gunning for more. Finally, I would like to inform you that the whole team has worked very hard this year, and thereby we are leaving the chambers in good financial health for it to continue its yeoman service to the real estate industry at large, wherein we could continue to attract and retain good talent and invest more towards member services and the welfare of the members. I once again thank all the CREDAI-MCHI members, my president, my family members, my business partners for letting me dedicate my time and energy towards the last 17 months in the tenure of as secretary. I also take this opportunity to wish the incoming president, Shri Boman Irani, for taking up the mantle from the current team and making CREDAI-MCHI a resounding success. Before I let you all go, I'd like to encapsulate the exciting 17 months from 31st of August 2020 till date in a quick AV that I'd like all of you to see.
As of now, all are aware I am a man of few words, but believe in execution and result. But I would like to say one thing: tough time do not last, tough people do.
With these inspiring words, Shri Deepak Goradia blazed the trail for CREDAI-MCHI in September 2020. Besides a man of few words, as he would call himself, we have now known him as an embodiment of perfection. And as his expedition kept on moving forward with the association, the CREDAI-MCHI family bestowed him with a new title to add to his honor: the luckiest president. As under his stewardship, the real estate of MMR rose to a new dawn, and amidst one of the most challenging times, with earnest achievements like stamp duty reduction rebate announcement by the state that played a crucial role in the revival of the market. This resulted in a whopping registration of around 80,718 documents during the stamp duty rebate period alone in Mumbai, and a massive collection of 2,914 crore in stamp duty. A consistent follow-up by the CREDAI-MCHI team resulted in the much-awaited UD-CPR rolling out on 2nd December 2020 by the UDD. In a major relief to big borrowers, the Supreme Court ruled out that no compounding of interest or no penal would be charged on any financial indebtedness during the 6-month moratorium announced by the government against the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic. CREDAI-MCHI was one of the petitioners, instrumental in taking up the matter to the Supreme Court. This was a big relief to not just the real estate industry but to the public. In furtherance to this order, RBI issued a policy to refund interest on interest charged during the moratorium period of March 1st to August 31st, 2020. The 50% reduction in various payable premiums on a project was a big boost to the fraternity members, making projects viable. Pending issues of restrictions on new developments due to non-finalization of the Thane Creek Flamingo boundary was resolved due to the persistent follow-up by the President. And real estate marked the highest sales in December 2021. But it said, success favors those who work hard for it. It is the absolute hard work, dedication and vision of Shri Deepak Goradia and his team that worked in the favor of the MMR real estate industry, rising the emblem of CREDAI-MCHI to a new glory with some new achievements like expansion of CREDAI-MCHI footprints with inauguration of 6 new chapters, CREDAI-MCHI mobile app launch, members guidance cell launch, MCHI blog, CRE matrix research reports, academic courses about real estate education under the collaboration of CREDAI-MCHI and PP Savani University. CREDAI-MCHI and PPSU have signed a memorandum of understanding for collaboration to set up a center of excellence for real estate education. In his tenure, he executed a myriad of meetings and events with dignitaries and the officials of higher authority at various levels and times to discuss difficulties faced by the real estate sector and plan meticulously. Besides these, many meetings with Maharshi from time to time were held under his guidance, making sure every dialogue exchanged leads to a solution. In the quest to keep creating more of MMR under his leadership, for the first time in the real estate history, 4 biggest brands came together: CREDAI-MCHI, SBI, Google and Book My Show for India's biggest virtual home buying property expo, organized various CREDAI-MCHI e-business and an offline business post-COVID, created new IP, CREDAI-MCHI exclusive. Shri Deepak Goradia endorsed the belief of being a leader who empowers others. In order to cater to the same, he encouraged participation from the youth wing. During his tenure, Shri Dhaval Ajmera and Shri Nikunj Sanghvi passed the torch to Shri Naman Shah. He worked miraculously towards the progress of the entire ecosystem, bringing Women Wing as well to the forefront where the following were accomplished: CREDAI-MCHI Women's Wing Education Scholarship. CREDAI-MCHI Women's Wing would like to thank SBI Bank for helping students with these scholarships, which will help students to achieve their dreams. Along with this, CREDAI-MCHI exercised the corporate social responsibility on a number of occasions. Mission Lasikaran, a believer in the potential of MMR Realty, Mr. Deepak Goradia stood with the developer fraternity in every difficult and testing times. Mr. Deepak Goradia, the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Dosti Realty, is driven by the motto of being totally committed to the responsibilities. Let us hear what the fraternity and his close ones has to share about him.
Namaste. MCHI CREDAI, who is closely working with the government, certainly is very supportive, very cooperative and very considerate, which always provides us with very invaluable inputs to devise our policies. I would like to thank Mr. Deepak Goradia and his entire team who steered the ship during very difficult time of pandemic. We know that the worst is over and the bright future for real industry and bright future for economy we are trying to achieve with all help from you people. Mr. Boman, who understand the nuances of real industry as well as the other side of the government equally well and who is very articulate, will definitely provide a very active and fruitful leadership to MCHI CREDAI, which will be equally beneficial to government as such. I am very excited and I look forward to work with this entire team with equal enthusiasm and equal passion. So I extend my best wishes to Boman and his entire team. Thank you very much.
Great things are accomplished not by one, but a team of people, goes a famous saying. And Shri Deepak Goradia corroborates to having a talented team by his side. Superheroes come in pairs, and our president and secretary were no less as a dynamic duo of Batman and Robin. Preetham Chuvukula, a self-made person who made his own mark in the real estate industry, has been a strong supporter of our president as his secretary. Along with that, he is the first-generation entrepreneur. His intellect and wisdom has added to the prestige of CREDAI-MCHI. CREDAI-MCHI is proud to have such a talent who has been able to turn the tables within a short span. Shri Preetham Chuvukula is also known to be the perfect catalyst to both the generations, learning the best from both and conferring to both. His wit and his ability to win over people has been one of the strong points in all that he does. Let us get to know him more and better from the people who have closely known him and add to his honor.
We need a guy like Preetham working for the industry on the whole, MCHI. He has done a great job under Deepak Bhai. With Preetham, they have achieved many things in this term, which all of us are taking benefit of. Having said that, I think a few things which I would definitely, the incumbent secretary cannot fill in terms of his shoes are his wit, his humor, his passion for life, the way he can go on and entertain people. So all the best to the new team.
As I know as a person, his skill is detailed analyzing of issues, trying to understand, discuss with the members, discuss with the authorities, trying to find some solution, find the alternate, in-depth analysis, getting into detail. That's really helped the industry, CREDAI-MCHI, and for me, my tenure become very easy, very comfortable. His joyous nature, involving everyone, and working together. It was a very happy journey for me and Preetham for almost 17 to 18 months.
Over the past year, I have seen my dad put in 12-13 hours of hard work every day, and I've seen him come home absolutely exhausted, and he still makes time for us. We all know the past few years haven't been easy, but Dad has persevered and he's pushed through the adversity, and he's given us more than we could ever ask for. He's the one person you can go to for everything. So I guess the only word that can describe him is dynamic. Dad, I'm proud of you. And if I ever accomplished even half of what you have, I'll consider myself successful.
We thank the President and his team for their vision, guidance and dedication in embellishing the skyline of MMR with their new defined success along with CREDAI-MCHI.
Wow, that AV is really well made. the highlights and the major achievement during my journey of 17 months as a president. Warm welcome to all of you on this change of guard ceremony. The pandemic has again forced his hand to our second e-change of guard event. It is with a great happiness and a sense of assurance that I hand over the ruins of our glorious association CREDAI-MCHI to the hand of my dear friend, esteemed colleague, respected entrepreneur and chairman Rustamji Developers Shri Boman Irani and his team. I have the pleasure of working with him for our association for the last 3 decades and more. I admire and respect him for his energy, his drive, dedication. He is well-respected pan-India in the real estate industry. I remember my journey for the CREDAI-MCHI for the last 35 years, started from the Youth Wing Exhibition Committee, rising to the rank of President of the Association. I thank God for having blessed me with such a respected and knowledgeable industrial expert, senior leader, past President, Managing Committee members, energetic Youth Wing and Women's Wing for their support and guidance during my tenure as a President. My Secretary Pritam has been a rock solid in his management of the Secretariat, has been involved in discussion and decisions. His skill and acumen have been instrumental in all our achievement. Boman, being a President-elect, has been wonderful. His insight, his involvement, his presence at the meeting has been much appreciated. Success of the various tasks and the program completed in my tenure, the lion's share of the credit goes to the Managing Committee and the task owners. I wish to thank CREDAI Secretariat for their hard work, the efforts in the representation with the government, new event and IP sponsorship, industrial engagement, financial control. Thank you all, and I commit my energy, efforts and time to the betterment of the association and industry for the years to come. Thank you.
What a great journey by Shri Deepak Goradia, setting the path ahead for the others to follow. Can we please play a small AV of his tenure?
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Ajay Ashar.
Friends, I have been a member of CREDAI-MCHI since more than 2 decades, and I have regularly witnessed industry leaders taking this responsible position of presidents and sacrificing their resources, energies, and time to uplift our industry and make a valuable contribution to the holistic development of Mumbai metropolitan region. I salute all the past presidents for making CREDAI-MCHI what it is today. I request our President Deepak Goradia ji to please come forward and hand over this baton to the incoming President Shri Boman Irani ji. Friends, in this is a very legendary moment for all of us when our new President is coming in.
Congratulations, Mr. Boman Irani. Now is the time to unveil the CREDAI-MCHI Manifesto 2022. For the same, I would like to invite Shri Deepak Goradia, Shri Pritam Chivukula, Shri Boman Irani, Shri Dhaval Ajmera, Shri Pratik Patel, and Ms. Vinita Dalal on stage. At this crucial juncture of this legendary change of guard event, we have some special messages and blessings from the elite governance of our beloved state of Maharashtra. The first is the chief guest of this change of guard event 2022, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra, Shri Ajit Pawarji.
सर्वांना सुरुवातीला नवीन वर्ष जे 2022 सुरू झालेलं आहे त्या 2022 वर्षाच्या नवीन वर्षाच्या मनापासून शुभेच्छा देतो आणि आज नवीन वर्षाच्या सुरुवातीलाच शुभेच्छा देत असताना क्रेडाई MCHI या आपल्या संस्थेच्या पदाधिकाऱ्यांच्या जबाबदारीचं हस्तांतर होतं आहे. खरा कार्यक्रम हा आहे आणि जबाबदारीचा हस्तांतर म्हणजे जुन्या सहकाऱ्यांचा आभार मानण्याचा आणि नवीन टीमला शुभेच्छा देण्याचा आजचा दिवस आहे. ह्याच्यामध्ये संस्थेचे नवीन अध्यक्ष म्हणून श्री बोमन इराणी आणि त्यांची टीम आजपासून अध्यक्षपदाची आणि संस्थेची जबाबदारी स्वीकारणार आहेत. क्रेडाई MCHI चे नवीन अध्यक्ष म्हणून श्री बोमन इराणी आणि त्यांच्या टीमचं ज्यावेळेस मी व्यक्तिशः माझ्या वतीनं महाराष्ट्राच्या वतीनं अभिनंदन करत असताना त्यांच्या पुढच्या वाटचालीला आणि यशस्वी कारकिर्दीला देखील शुभेच्छा देतो. श्री बोमन इराणी यांनी ज्यांच्याकडून जबाबदारी स्वीकारलेली आहे ते आपले मावळते अध्यक्ष दीपकजी गोरोडिया आणि सहकाऱ्यांनी त्यांच्यावर सोपवलेली जबाबदारी अतिशय चांगल्या पद्धतीनं यशस्वीपणे पार पाडलेली आहे. त्याबद्दल मी त्यांचंही मनापासून अभिनंदन ह्या निमित्तानं करतो. मला विश्वास आहे की नवनिर्वाचित अध्यक्ष श्री बोमन इराणी आणि त्यांची टीम संस्थेला मोठं करण्यासाठी यशस्वी करण्यासाठी पूर्ण क्षमतेनं त्या ठिकाणी काम करतील. आपल्या प्रयत्नांमध्ये उणीव ते कुठल्याही प्रकारची ठेवणार नाही. क्रेडाई ही देशातल्या बांधकाम व्यावसायिकांची प्रमुख संस्था म्हणून काम करते. क्रेडाईच्या कामगिरीचं यश हे संस्थेच्या महाराष्ट्रातल्या सदस्यांवर कामगिरीवर मोठ्या प्रमाणावर अवलंबून असतं आणि त्यामुळे श्री बोमन इराणी आणि त्यांच्या टीमवर खूप मोठी जबाबदारी आहे आणि त्यांच्या कारकिर्दीमध्ये राज्यातल्या बांधकाम क्षेत्राला नवी दिशा मिळेल, गती देण्यासाठी हे सगळे काम करतील, नवीन कल्पना राबवतील. क्रेडाई MCHIचं कामकाज यशस्वीपणे सुरू ठेवतील ह्याबद्दल माझ्या मनामध्ये तीळमात्र शंका नाही. क्रेडाईच्या यशावरच राज्याच्या बांधकाम क्षेत्राचं यश बऱ्याच अंशी अवलंबून आहे आणि त्यामुळं त्यांना यशस्वी कारकिर्दीसाठी बांधकाम क्षेत्राच्या विकासाच्या योगदानासाठी मी मनापासून शुभेच्छा देतो. क्रेडाई MCHIनं या पुढच्या काळात राज्याच्या गृहनिर्माण धोरणाला सहकार्य करण्याची आणि राज्याला सर्वांना स्वस्त आणि परवडणारी घरं उपलब्ध करून देण्याचा शासनाच्या प्रयत्नात योगदान देण्याचं काम करावं असं मला व्यक्तिशः वाटतं. महाराष्ट्रातल्या प्रत्येक कुटुंबाला घर उपलब्ध करून देण्यात क्रेडाई MCHI आणि नवीन अध्यक्ष श्री बोमन इराणी आणि त्यांची संपूर्ण टीम पूर्णपणे सहकार्य करतील असा विश्वास मी ह्या निमित्तानं व्यक्त करतो. पुन्हा एकदा मावळते अध्यक्ष श्री दीपकजी गोरोडिया आणि नवीन अध्यक्ष श्री बोमन इराणी आणि संपूर्ण टीमचं मनापासून अभिनंदन करतो. सर्वांना मनापासून शुभेच्छा देतो. करोनाच्या आणि या संकट काळात सर्वांनी काळजी घ्या, सुरक्षित अंतर ठेवा, मास्कचा वापर त्या ठिकाणी करा असंही आवाहन मी ह्या निमित्तानं करतो आणि जाता जाता एक विश्वास देतो की आपण सगळेजण हे काम करत असताना महाविकास आघाडीच्याकडनं आम्ही सगळेच जण म्हणजे तुमचा संबंध तसा बघितलं तर राज्याच्या प्रमुख या नात्याने उद्धव ठाकरे साहेबांशी येतो, तसंच तुमचा संबंध आमचे गृहनिर्माण मंत्री जितेंद्र आव्हाड, महसूल मंत्री बाळासाहेब थोरात, नगरविकास मंत्री एकनाथराव शिंदे, पर्यावरण मंत्री आदित्यजी ठाकरे असं सगळ्याचा संबंध येत असतो आणि आम्ही सगळ्यांच्याकडनंच तुम्हाला मदत राहील, सहकार्य राहील अशा प्रकारची पुन्हा एकदा जाता जाता खात्री देतो. मला आज खरं तर दीपकजींच्या बद्दल जास्त बोलता आलं नाही, पण दीपकजी तुमच्यावर ज्यावेळेस जबाबदारी होती त्यावेळेस ती जबाबदारी तुम्ही ह्या असल्या सगळ्या नैसर्गिक संकटाच्या काळामध्ये देखील तुम्ही आणि तुमच्या टीमनी अतिशय चांगल्या प्रकारे पार पाडण्याचा प्रयत्न त्या ठिकाणी केलेला आहे. त्याबद्दल तुमच्या केलेल्या कामाचं पण मी कौतुक करतो आणि तुम्हाला तुमच्या पुढच्या वाटचालीच्या करता तुमच्या सगळ्या टीमला शुभेच्छा देतो. बोमनजी, आपण एक आता नवीन जबाबदारी स्वीकारलेली आहे, ती जबाबदारी यशस्वीपणे पार पाडाल अशा प्रकारचा विश्वास मी देतो, कारण तुमच्या कामाची पद्धत मी जवळनं पाहिलेली आहे. तुम्हाला ह्याच्यात निश्चितपणे यश मिळेल अशा प्रकारची खात्री बाळगतो. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.
Next, we have Shri Aditya Thackeray, the young and shining armor in the government of Maharashtra. Shri Aditya ji is the Honorable Minister for Environment and Tourism. He is the guest of honor in today's Change of Guard ceremony. He is the man behind the changing face of Mumbai and Maharashtra.
My heartiest congratulations to Boman Irani and his entire team as they take over for CREDAI-MCHI today. Also, my best wishes to the outgoing team and congratulations for fantastic work. I've always said that around the world, these two sectors, both of us, be it politicians or real estate developers, we've always been seen on the wrong side of the law in many terms. Politicians are said to be supporting builders who are supporting wrong work. And then we've tagged ourselves as elected representatives or as real estate developers and whatever tags we sort of give ourselves. But I think if we follow the right policies, the right intent, we can show the world what we together can do for the people. While we serve the people as real estate developers and we as politicians together, if we can't come together, I think we can make a world of a difference. I've said this before at the CREDAI meeting as well. This whole nexus that people call, or largely is known as, if it can be truly built into something as a beautiful network, which can solve the issues of homes for millions and millions of people in our country, I think that is where the magic can happen. कई सालों से जब हम दोस्तों से बात करते थे जो रियल एस्टेट फील्ड में है, प्रत्येकाला विचारलं की कसं चाललंय बिझनेस, तर नाही मंदी चालली आहे. पण गेल्या 2 वर्षात कोविड असताना देखील राईट इंटेंट, पॉलिटिकल विल, political backing, correct government and right policies have helped us to break that mandi for the last decade. The year 2020, the year 2021 has been exceedingly good for the whole real estate industry, be it for the policies that came in with the government of Maharashtra, be it the premium policy or the stamp duty. It has only given an impetus to this ever important industry. As we wish you the best of luck, I only believe that this network between the two most important fields in India can only strengthen further with us working together for the environment, for sustainability and for homes for the people. Once again, best wishes to all of you and let's work together for a better future. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Vande Mataram.
Now we move on to our Honorable Revenue Minister, Shri Balasaheb Thorat, who is also the President of Maharashtra Indian National Congress Party. Sir was the first to provide a helping hand to the real estate industry by way of reducing stamp duty, which completely changed the game and the industry saw an upward curve after an extremely long time.
CREDAI-MCHI ही संस्था मुंबई महानगर क्षेत्रामध्ये बांधकाम व्यवसायातील विकासकांचं प्रतिनिधित्व करणारी संस्था आहे. बांधकाम व्यवसायामध्ये येणाऱ्या अडचणी सोडवण्याचा प्रयत्न त्यांचा असतो आणि म्हणून हिचं महत्त्वसुद्धा अनन्यसाधारण आहे. एकंदर जो या क्षेत्राचा GDPमध्ये वाटा आहे, जवळपास 20% वाटा या क्षेत्रातून मिळत असतो. आत्तापर्यंत दीपक गोरडिया यांनी नेतृत्व यावर्षी केलेलं आहे. हा कालखंड 2 वर्षाचा कालखंड खूप कठीण संपूर्ण जगासाठी गेला, देशासाठी गेला, तसा महाराष्ट्रासाठी सुद्धा कठीण होता. सर्व व्यवसायांमध्ये अडचणी झाल्या, अर्थविकासाला खीळ बसली. अशा वेळेस या व्यवसायाला मदत करून नागरिकांना कमी दरामध्ये घर मिळावे ही अपेक्षा साहजिकपणे सर्वांची होती. त्या पद्धतीनं महाराष्ट्र शासनानं, महाविकास आघाडीनं 2 निर्णय अत्यंत महत्त्वाचे घेतले. एक तर मुद्रांक शुल्कामध्ये भरीव सवलत आम्ही दिली आणि त्याचा फायदा नागरिकांना स्वस्तामध्ये घर मिळण्यामध्ये तर झालाच, परंतु संपूर्ण या क्षेत्रामध्ये जो आर्थिक चलनवलन वाढले, जो आर्थिक संपूर्णपणे गती आली, त्याचा फायदा सर्व अर्थव्यवस्थेला सुद्धा गती येण्यामध्ये झालेला आहे. अनेक घटकांना त्याचा उपयोग झालेला आहे. त्याच पद्धतीनं महानगरपालिकेतून आम्ही ज्या सवलती दिलेल्या आहेत प्रीमियमच्या संदर्भात, त्याचासुद्धा फायदा हा नागरिकांना स्वस्तात घर मिळण्यामध्ये होणार आहे. आणि या सगळ्यामध्ये दीपक गोरडियाजी हे अध्यक्ष होते, त्यांनी चांगलं प्रतिनिधित्व केलं. क्रीडाईच्या अनेक बैठका आम्ही घेतल्या. आता नवी जबाबदारी ही श्रीयुत बोमन इराणी यांच्यावर येते आहे, त्यांच्याकडे नेतृत्वाची धुरा येते आहे. प्रश्न आहेत आणि आम्ही महाराष्ट्र शासन म्हणून महसूल विभाग असेल, महाराष्ट्र शासन असेल, महाविकास आघाडी असेल, हे प्रश्न जे रास्त आहेत, योग्य आहेत आणि नागरिकांना शेवटी मदत करणारे आहेत, यामध्ये आम्ही कायम या सर्व संघटनेच्या पाठीशी निश्चितपणे राहू, याची ग्वाहीसुद्धा मी येथे देतो आहे. आपल्याला जे कार्य आपल्या सर्वांना करायचं आहे, दीपक गोरडे यांचं अभिनंदन करत असताना त्यांनी केलेल्या कार्याबद्दल बोमन इराणी यांनासुद्धा पुढच्या काळाकरता त्यांच्या हातून चांगलं कार्य घडावं यासाठी मी शुभेच्छा देत आहे.
I would now request Shri Eknath Shinde, Honorable Minister of Urban Development Department, Government of Maharashtra, to take the center stage. Ladies and gentlemen, if the real estate industry of Mumbai and Maharashtra has sustained and is on the track to recovery, it's all because of Shri Eknath Shinde ji.
नमस्कार, जय महाराष्ट्र. क्रेडाई MCHI चे अध्यक्ष म्हणून आज श्री बोमन इराणी जबाबदारी स्वीकारत आहेत. I congratulate Mr. Irani and also extend my best wishes for this new responsibility. I also congratulate the outgoing President, Mr. Deepak Goradia, with whom I shared a wonderful relationship in his role as the President of this prestigious organization. I am sure CREDAI-MCHI, under the able leadership of Mr. Boman Irani, will take this sector forward and also help the government to implement the reforms. I once again congratulate Mr. Irani and all his colleagues. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
I now call upon our very own energetic and dynamic Dr. Jitendra Awad, Honorable Minister for Housing, Government of Maharashtra. From the day Sir took the charge of the department, he has been at great pace to solve all the problems faced by the developers under SRA and MADA. The man who openly says, I am pro-builder, but his slum dwellers and tenants should not be made to suffer.
I would like to congratulate the outgoing President of CREDAI-MCHI, Deepak Goradia. Excellent achievements, Deepak, with your team and with pandemic all around. The industry was in a little bit unstable position. Thanks for your help to, thanks with gratitude, I mean to say, as a housing minister, that you really worked hard and helped the industry and the government to beat the pandemic, destabilizing our industry, that's the housing industry. You were sober, you were silent, but you did your work perfectly. And now comes an aggressive president, Boman Irani, to lead MCHI CREDAI. He has his fantastic ideas out of his intelligence. I think Boman, you and the government, you and the housing sector is expected to do more in Mumbai, particularly in the slums. We have been helping with a lot of policies so that we overtake this pandemic and help the poor people who are now really in need of house. The pandemic has proved that you are safe in your own house out of slums. So it is a brilliant opportunity. The pandemic gives you a brilliant opportunity to work for the betterment of Mumbai. And that is what I expect from Boman Irani and the incoming team. So by Deepak Goradia, you have done a beautiful job, and welcome Boman Irani, hoping the best from you. Thank you.
Today we are all personally very happy and very proud that Boman Irani is taking over as President of CREDAI-MCHI. As we all know, CREDAI-MCHI, one of the founding fathers of CREDAI at the national level, has always done a great job for the industry with policy advocacy, with implementing of the government policies and following the guidelines laid out by CREDAI at the national level. With Boman being the new president, we are all very confident that it will take the working of CREDAI-MCHI to greater heights.
Congratulations, Mr. Boman Irani. All in good time, is it? Mr. President, now, your time begins right now. You know, what can I say about Mr. Boman Irani? Our past president, Shri Nayanji, has a very unique way of describing him. That Mr. Boman is Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan and Amir Khan all rolled in one soul for the real estate industry. How very true is that? Mr. Boman Irani has become the Boman Irani phenomenon in the real estate industry. Let's invite him on stage and hear from the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Boman Rustam Irani.
Thank you for those lovely words of introduction, Rushi. My honorable dignitaries and my dear friends, every institution stands on the shoulders of giants. Whether it's all my past presidents who have made CREDAI-MCHI what it is today, I want to say this. I take over from one of the most humble, gentle giants called Deepak Goradia. Thank you, Deepak, for making my year as a president-elect very, very interesting. It was a great pleasure learning and working with you. So first of all, friends, let me tell you, CREDAI-MCHI is an institution that will listen to you all the way through and make your life better. I need every one of you to come to us with all the points that you have as to how we can make this industry a lot better so that we are all in a position to tell our children that this is the way forward for each and every one of you. Our vision or goal for this year is modernize, maximize and revolutionize. What we're going to do with that is we're going to modernize the way we work. We're going to maximize our ability to give back to the city at the same point of time, make ourselves all a much stronger and together industry. And revolutionize, because this is the first time that CREDAI-MCHI is going to create a grand vision for MMR. All of us together are going to be able to give the government exactly a vision for the future. A vision that will allow us for the next 15 to 20 years to be in a business that will give to the city at the same point of time, make us all a lot more profitable and a lot more respected as business people. CREDAI-MCHI has beefed up its secretariat. We now have a CEO and we have the entire team that you're so well versed with. All of us, including me, I'm sure all of you have my phone number stored. Please WhatsApp me for any issues that you may have. We are all here to serve you. Leadership is not about leading from the front, but it is about taking everyone together. And this I have realized from the start of time. Friends, we are at probably the best time that our industry will ever see. We're blessed with a government that listens to us. CREDAI-MCHI has made a ton of representations, and I can say this to you quite confidently. We will continue to do so, and the government has assured us that they will listen. But we have a responsibility. We have to be environmentally, socially, and in our governance be responsible citizens. I look forward to being there to provide for the holistic development of the Mumbai metropolitan region and of our industry. I believe that we can, together, make ourselves a lot more profitable, a lot more long-term. We are going to be focusing on our initiative, which I have already mentioned, modernize, maximize and revolutionize. I am committed to your success. I want you to be successful. I am looking forward to positively influence you and our industry. And I wish to improve the vibrancy of our dynamic community. We, the developers, are the ones that will make the future of this city. Those of you that still haven't joined CREDAI-MCHI, I urge you, join us. We will be one voice of this industry, one voice that everyone would have to stand up and listen to. Let's come together, let's grow stronger, and let's lead the way to build this beautiful city of Mumbai and the MMR region into the city of our dreams. Wouldn't we all want our children to live in a better place and a brighter future than we have today? That is our responsibility jointly. Let's do it. Friends, I am blessed. I have the best team that CREDAI-MCHI has ever had. To start off with, my president-elect is the dynamic Ajay Ashar. After leading CREDAI-MCHI Thane, he is now my president-elect. And I can assure you, the man is a dynamo. He works like, I would say, 18 to 20 hours a day, tirelessly, to make sure that the vision of our chamber, our manifesto that we've announced, our vision and mission is going to come true. Ajay, I wish you the best. My vice presidents, to begin with the first name, I have Dominic Rommel. I have worked with him. The man is resourceful. He is able. He is capable. And the man just manages to make every task given to him seem like a dream. I also have the sage guidance now as vice president of Mr. Jayesh Shah. Jayesh Bhai has been someone who has been this calm and soothing presence for every meeting and just somehow simply manages to get things done. Then I have my vice president Sukhraj Naharji. As the name suggests, the man himself is a lion. Manages to achieve so much with just the very fact that he is so forceful and so brilliant in being able to get people together. I also have a new vice president, Sailesh Puranik. Sailesh, I look forward to you keeping our units together, bringing a lot more coordination, bringing a lot more force. And I've seen you do it brilliantly. I have now the pleasure of announcing Parag Shah, who is also our vice president. He will be bringing in the entire experience he has of development, of construction, and more importantly, of bringing societies, which is what this Mumbai is all about, old buildings to be redeveloped in the future. Along with them, and finally, I want to state that I've got a blue chip in my vice president, and the person's name is Mr. Shrikant Joshi. He's the CEO of L&T, and I'm telling you, this man is a dynamo, and he's going to bring so much to the table, and we are going to be able to kind of structure and bring the blue book on evolving MMR out under him. Shrikantji, you've got a big load on your shoulders. Every good president needs a sage secretary. An honorary secretary of CREDAI-MCHI this year is Dhaval Ajmera. Now, Dhaval is a skilled person who somehow manages to get so many things done without being ruffled at the surface. I have, as my treasurer, Preetham Chivukulla. Preetham, you have been a fabulous secretary, and I'm looking at you doing an even better role as a treasurer. Thank you for taking it up. I know I can count on you to keep the coffers of CREDAI-MCHI charged so that every fight that we undertake will be met with the right resources. We have, for our special projects, the very dynamic Shahid Balwa. Shahid Balwa has been leading the charge for every interaction we've had with the state government at the UD level. Shahid, I am congratulating you in advance because I know we're going to get some path-breaking initiatives sorted out this year. Further in my special projects, I have Parag Manot. Everybody knows Parag is that quiet, dynamic leader who will go out there and get the task done. For my other special projects, I've got a man I have worked with, not only here, but at CREDAI National as well, Rajesh Prajapati. You've got to keep communicating, Rajesh, with everybody and tell them about the goals that CREDAI-MCHI has achieved. I have a very special guy called Harshul Savla, young, energetic, dynamic. Harshul, I want you to continue with your IT and research. I want you to put out as much research as possible that would allow developers to be able to make meaningful decisions. Further, we have Mr. Rajendra Chaturvedi, a doyen on the 33.7 and 33.9. Chaturvedi ji, I wish you the very best. I have the good fortune of Amit Thakur accepting the position and leading this, to make MADA redevelopments, something that will become a lot more lucrative as well as possible. I have another dynamo, Parth Mehta. Parth, what you have been doing with SRA is something that you need to do for more than just yourself. Do it for all our members. Be the leader who takes all our issues and approaches SRA and gets things, eased out between the two. I'm confident all of you on my special projects team are going to do brilliantly well. And I'm counting on each and every one of you. Any support you need is available from us at the same point of time. Each one of you have got to achieve what your task is. Now, every secretary needs his own, team of people. I am happy. I've got Sunny Bijlani, I've got Pratik Patel, I've got Tejas Vyas, and I've got Benita Dalal. All 4 achievers, very young, full of energy, and I'm sure Dhaval has got his task cut out between the 4 of them. On my joint treasurers to ably assist Preetham, I've got Sailesh Sangvi as well as Mukesh Patel. And I must say a special thanks to Mr. Harish Patel, Mr. Nainesh Shah, and Mr. Bandish Ajmera. They have let go their positions as vice presidents and accepted that the chamber needs to be invigorated. And towards that, they are all going to be committee members. I'm counting on each and every one of you. I'm counting on you, Nainesh, and I'm counting on you, Harish Bhai, to keep the legal eagle cell alive. We have a lot of issues that we need to bring to the attention of the courts. And towards this, I need you to burn the midnight oil for our members. Bandish Bhai, you've been leading our environmental tirade. You will continue to do so. I am counting on you to be able to get our chamber and our members a lot more ease in the environment working. At the same point of time, Bandish Bhai, it's very important to remember the environment is key. We need to focus that our members also learn as to what is important, what needs to be done. And over here, a special mention to our Minister, Honorable Minister Aditya Thackeray, who reached out to me and said that he wants the developer fraternity we looked up to. We have further in our committee Mr. Sandeep Raheja, who's been ably assisting us, Mr. Subodh Runwal, who I'm counting on to bring in fresh energy, Mr. Rasesh Kanakia with his wealth of experience, across businesses, and Mr. Gautam Ahuja, who has just this youthful energy to be able to kind of, get more change over here. Gurvinder Singh Sira. Gurvinder, you've been reaching out time and again and offering your services to the chamber even without being a committee member. Over here now I tell you, you are there, you are supposed to lead the charge and go out there and achieve. And Nishant, you with your youthful energy and all that you have experienced in terms of, as a developer, I want you to bring forward to go ahead and make our members or development itself a lot more fruitful and beneficial. Deepak Gundecha, you've been a part of the chamber. I'm looking forward to you adding a lot more energy this year. Friends, CREDAI-MCHI has been told time and again by our government that we've got to look beyond just our companies. We've got to look beyond just our P&Ls. We've got to look forward to an entire city being developed. I say let's take the challenge. Let's go ahead and create a program called Evolving MMR. This means that let us create this vision for the city or for all of MMR that would be the guiding light for the next 15 or 20 years. I want to tell each and every one of you, I've got a stellar team of special advisors. I'm going to read out the names and every name is going to fill you with the confidence that we will be able to achieve a beautiful plan, a vision for MMR this year. Starting with Mr. Abhishek Lodha, one of the largest developers. He's consented to be a part of this team and literally lead or guide or be the powerhouse that would kind of put into action this entire plan. I have the pleasure of having my friend Anuj Puri as a special advisor who will bring with him the wealth of experience, all the knowledge that he's garnered, everything that he's learned over his 30-year career, and it's been a fantastic one. Anuj, I wish you the very best. Respected Gautam Chatterjee, who has been into so many positions that were related to housing, and finally, when he left, he was the man that put RERA into the strength that it is, and something that we respect him so much for. And I have the pleasure of having a dynamo called Hafiz Contractor, architect Hafiz Contractor, who has at all points of time been the voice of the industry, has been someone who's gone out there and told the government, called for action plans, said that things need to be done. I also have the good fortune of having Mr. Ankur Gupta, Brookfield. who has literally done an interview with me. He asked me that exactly what am I supposed to be doing, and only when I was able to convince him that he'll be able to add value. And Ankur, I believe you will add a lot of value because you have a vision which is worldwide. You have best practices which are worldwide, right? So you will be able to bring a lot more, direction to this entire exercise of ours. And finally, I have the very respected Mr. Parimal Shroff, because it doesn't matter. No matter what you know and how you know it, if you do not give it a proper legal framework, it's all wasted. So thank you, Shroff Saab, Parimal ji, that you have consented to be a part of this entire team. With this team, we assure you, CREDAI-MCHI will be able to convince the government and be able to give the government a vision for the future. A vision that will change your and my life. Not only that, change the lives of our next gen so that we have the most beautiful, vibrant city and MMR to work in for the future. Friends, every once in a way comes along a hero. And I am so blessed to have the youth wing hero, Naman. Naman, you've come in over here and brought in so much energy to the youth wing. I must say, you've actually given wings in a way. You've carried out so many programs for the youth. I have been, though I'm not a youth, been a beneficiary of being part of your trips, and I must say I've learned phenomenally well. You have the energy, you have the ability of your entire team with you. Everyone that you have with you is a tiger. Go out there and achieve more than what I have planned for you. And I'm looking forward to your success, because in your success lies the success of our future. For our procurement wing, I have a convener called Nimish Ajmera, a very detailed, very, articulate person who manages to go out there and make the small things count and become what is important for us in the larger run. And I must say that the women's wing chairperson this year is Mrs. Mona Ajmera, who I am counting on to improve continually the image of CREDAI-MCHI. Be the face, be the voice, be the person who would be there in and amongst the people doing the good that is required. Friends, I must say, we have some of the most outstanding names in the industry who are now going to be a part of your chamber. Let me begin with Mohit Malhotra, CEO of Godrej Properties. We have Mr. Jack Bastian Nazareth, CEO of Adani Properties. Mr. Abhishek Kapoor, CEO of Purvankara. Mr. Venkat Narayan, CEO of Prestige Properties. All brilliant individuals and professionals who understand the professional side of business and would have brought across with them great processes and systems, which I'm going to request you to share with the rest of my industry. I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Azim Tapia, Mr. Munish Doshi, Mr. Nikund Sangvi, Rushank Shah, Samyak Shah, Jayesh Shah, Sahil Parekh, Ricardo Romel, and Chirag Ramakrishna. But finally, Mr. Rushi Ranbir Mehta, the man who's done my introduction and a rock star in his own right. And welcome back, Rajiv Jain. I welcome you to our invitee member committee. Look forward to a lot more from each and every one of you. Thank you for being a part of this team. Friends, no team is complete or no leader is complete without a very strong team. And over here, you will all be happy to know we've got a special 26. This team called the Secretariat and the events team has been carrying out all the events flawlessly, including this one. And I must say a big thank you to you. And also bring to you a word of caution. ये साल बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. सारे expectations इतने ज़्यादा है कि हम सबको double up करना पड़ेगा और double काम करके सारे goals achieve करने हैं. I'm sure this will be a breeze to each and every one of you. But remember, we all have to work together as one team to make it happen. While we will all work together, I'm sure you'll outwork me. You will outperform your expectations and benefit all our members in the future. With this message, I want to just say that every member that I have, the 1,249 members that we have at CREDAI-MCHI, your participation in our chamber activities are going to be the cornerstone of all change. Please join us. Please be a part of the team that makes the change for the future. Whatever you do is for you and I. There is nothing that can be done in isolation. Look forward to working with every one of you. As I have said earlier, I will offer this my fullest and wholehearted support. God bless and Godspeed to all of us. Thank you.
The person that I'm going to introduce next, he is none other than our very own Mr. Dhaval Ajmera. Today, under the strong and able leadership of Dhaval, the Ajmera Group has truly scaled new heights. And education is something which is extremely close to his heart. He's the promoter of Ajmera Global School, and it's his vision to stoke the fire of education and learning within every child. So without any further ado, I would now like to call upon stage my very dear friend and the next Secretary of CREDAI-MCHI, Mr. Dhaval Ajmera.
Thank you, Rishi. Thank you very much for giving me such a great welcome. I'm really appreciating what you said for me, and I promise you that I'll lift up to it. I'd like to say that I'm really elated, excited with the power, enthusiasm and zeal the team is bringing it together to make our industry develop MMR and make this city the best. Boman sir, on behalf of the entire team, managing committee, women's wing, youth wing, all our units and every one of us at CREDAI-MCHI, I promise you, together all of us will bring the change. Together we will evolve MMR, including Mumbai, and together we will make this business profitable and the most sought business ever. You have my word, Boman. Deepak Bhai, you are no doubt our luckiest president, as we all tell you fondly. Under your tenure, we all have witnessed radical changes. There is no doubt the dedication and enthusiasm in which you and the entire team has worked tirelessly for the betterment of our industry. On behalf of everyone at CREDAI-MCHI, we would sincerely like to thank you, Preetham and the entire team. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Deepak Bhai and his team. I would like to thank the government of Maharashtra for bringing in such bold initiatives to revive our industry. Sir, on behalf of everyone at CREDAI-MCHI, I just would like to say, please continue this momentum because you have started this fire, and let us all become the key contributors in making Mumbai and MMR the best urban conglomerate of Indian Republic. I would like to thank our event partner, title partner Eternia, powered by Aluplex, India Private Limited, supported by Classic Marbles, Dorset Industries, Deconic, Esco by Jaguar, Spacewood Furnitures, and Ozone India. Our preferred partners, Fujirek India Private Limited. Thank you all very, very much. Although we are meeting each other virtually today, but I am sure we will meet physically to take our relation to a higher level from here. Thank you to all our sponsors. Lastly, my fellow developers, I would like to thank each and every one, all my friends, all my colleagues over here, Binita, Pratik, Naman, and every team member at the Secretariat at CREDAI-MCHI. Keval, Joseph, Satish, Harish, Charmi 1, Charmi 2, Nawashish, and everyone at the office. As Boman sir said, this is our special 26. So who has worked tirelessly. Although many of them were under weather, many of them had COVID, but they all worked with super enthusiasm and looked after each and every detail to ensure that this event becomes a grand success. So a big, big round of applause to the entire team at CREDAI-MCHI. Let us take a pledge to evolve Mumbai MMR. Have a good day, everyone. Stay safe and thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the CREDAI-MCHI 2022 Change of Guard ceremony. My name is Chandan Agarwal, and I'm the CEO of Eternia, the aluminum fenestration company of Hindalco, the world's largest manufacturer of aluminum and the global flagship company of the Aditya Group. I'd like to express my gratitude to Mr. Deepak Goradia. 31 years of contribution to this organization, starting from the youth wing and going straight up to the president. Significant long-term commitment that aligns to the values of the Aditya Group. Deepakji, I wish you all the best in your endeavors going forward, and I know that you will continue to make a significant impact to the real estate industry in our country. I'd now like to congratulate Mr. Boman Irani, the incoming President of the CREDAI-MCHI. Mr. Irani, your vision of homes for all and making education a priority connects deeply with Hindalco's purpose of making the world greener, stronger and smarter by balancing people, planets and profits. We look forward to contributing to your goal of making the industry more organized and more progressive. Eternia's mission is to create a happy union of spaces. Our passion is to bring the world's best fenestration technology to every consumer segment of the country, right from luxury, to premium, to economy and to affordable. Our goal is to bring safe and certified Viva windows to the consumers of this country, made by Duranium, a resilient and strong alloy, and most importantly, delivered with hassle-free and on-time service by our integrated supply chain at Hindalco. Helen Keller famously said, "Alone we can do so little, and together so much." So come join us in making Indian homes beautiful, safe and greener. Thank you and all the best.
Dear Boman, congratulations and all the very best on taking over as the CREDAI-MCHI President for the year ahead. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to remember and recognize the fact that you were and you are the only builder who must have started his entrepreneurial journey at the age of 19 years. And I always remember the one word mantra that you've taught me and taught the rest of the industry is of team spirit. Thank you so much for all your goodness to the industry, and we wish you and Rustomji Group from Aluplex India and the facade and fenestration industry all the very best in the year ahead, and we all have great hope and a great look into the foresight that you're going to give all of us together. Thank you so much.
On behalf of Deconic Group, I would like to congratulate a first-generation real estate developer and an entrepreneur, Mr. Boman Irani, for taking over the president position of CREDAI-MCHI. I am confident that under his influential leadership, all stakeholders will work together for the growth of real estate industry. Once again, welcome Mr. Boman Irani, incoming president of CREDAI-MCHI.
Hello, Mr. Boman Irani. So the time has come for CREDAI-MCHI to be maneuvered in the right direction at the right speed by one of the most innovative trendsetters of our real estate industry. Despite being the first generation entrepreneur in real estate, you have set a remarkable benchmark for the real estate industry. I, Saurabh Bansal, extend you a big congratulations from Dorset Group. And as always, I look forward to your rich experience and wisdom to drive this real estate platform of CREDAI-MCHI for the betterment of all stakeholders. Congratulations to you once again on taking the charge as the President of CREDAI-MCHI. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Abhishek Agarwal, President Strategic Operations here at Ozone India, supporting partner of this event. I would like to congratulate Mr. Deepak Goradia, Mr. Preetam Chivkula, and the entire team for their tenure at CREDAI-MCHI. Looking forward, I would like to congratulate Mr. Boman Irani and Mr. Dhaval Ajmera for their vision and success in the real estate industry. We can together maximize, modernize and revolutionize the Mumbai MMR region. Good luck for your journey with CREDAI-MCHI.